How you doing, AP? Hodorvino Devils Digest. Second half adjustments. I know some coaches sometimes really minimize how much impact it does have, but it looks like in your case, all season long, not only last week in the Rose Bowl, it seems like almost like a different defense there in the second half. Well, what do you credit that trend that you've seen all season?
No, I think we go into the game with a plan for first and second half. That's been pretty much us all season. And whenever, obviously a week like last week, Chip Kelly does something different every week. You prepare for one thing, he shows you something else, you draw it up, and the guys, because we have such a veteran and smart student athlete, so they do a good job of adjusting and making adjustments, going out there and playing fast and a little bit more smarter and more sound, right? Obviously at the beginning of the game, these guys have a lot of energy and anxiety, and sometimes the simple things are the things that's beating us, and then they calm down and same play, 0.
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. Obviously, defensive line's been a little bit thin. We've talked about that. But what about the contribution of Anthony Cooper and how far he's come in a short time?
Yeah, I think we're shooting about 12 guys. No, my bad. 13 defensive line each and every week, and they're all live. They're all ready to get reps throughout the week. And we got certain packages for certain guys, and Coop did a heck of a job. He's been playing a lot lately. Played a lot against SC last year in the opening game, and didn't really produce statistically. And this was the first game. Obviously, the proof was in the pudding. He did a hell of a job against the run, and then obviously late in the game, getting after the quarterback, we finally got him on the ground.
Hey, AP, just kind of building off some of these questions. You started out in base, and you said that you evolved, you adjusted to kind of some of the things. We hadn't really seen 3 corners and 1 safety look from you, but that seemed very successful. Phillips got you a couple times early, and then as the game wore on, he really didn't do much. Can you just talk about, as you're watching a game like that, just the evolution of thought about making some of the adjustments that you did?
Yeah, I think, probably because you guys don't watch practice or not allowed to see the whole practice. We do a lot of that stuff in practice. Just like Zach has all his thousands of personnels and formations, we have the same thing, and each game presents those opportunities, or they don't. I feel comfortable in base. I got 3 linebackers that play at a high level. I feel good when they're out there with wide receivers and can bang them and be physical in zone coverages and do things of that nature. And they had a special player at the slot, and you want to put your best players in the best positions. About the best 11. Stanford, if they want to go in 23, we'll put the best 11 out there for that. If they want to go 14, we'll do the same thing. If they want to go 41, whatever they want to do. We'll try to match that personnel. I think that's what we've evolved in over the last 18 or 20 months here once Ben Marv took over.
Getting to Marcus back, Chase Lucas, maybe have Evan this game against Stanford. What does it do for you just when you've played a lot of these younger guys? Mason had some good reps. Jordan Clark's had some good reps. What does that do for you guys in terms of the versatility of what you want to be able to do?
It just keeps guys fresh. Our goal, and hopefully is shown in the fourth quarter, to be the fresher team. And that's why we rotate so much. That's why we give guys a lot of opportunities and reps earlier in the season. So when they're called on, at the end of the game against UCLA with, 3 or 4 minutes left, we had a bunch of young guys out there and was comfortable making all the same calls we do with the starters. And they had fresh legs. In a game where we played 83 snaps, we needed some fresh legs to go chase that quarterback and get him on the ground and run with those receivers. And we looked like the fresher team in the fourth quarter, and that's what it's all about, finishing.
When you watch tape of Stanford, what stands out most and what will be the biggest challenge against them?
Yeah, it's BYU all over again. It's going to be vertical passing again. They're going to run the ball. Quarterback might not be as athletic, but he does have the 3rd longest run of the season for them, a 30-yarder. I played against him when he was in high school. He's a really good quarterback, dynamic player. Offensive line, they look like they're a running team, but with the quarterback they have now, I think they want to air it out a little bit more. But I wouldn't be surprised if they try to come out and play big boy football against us and pound us a little bit. So we'll be prepared for all that. But they're a very well-coached, smart team, right? The highest academic program in our conference. So we'll try to make sure we're trying to match their smartness.
Coach AP, Zach Keenan, Devils Digest. With Stanley Lambert, Coach Herm told us yesterday that he gave him a big hug after the game. Can you tell us what that moment may have been like for Stanley?
Yeah, I mean, it shocked me. I knew he got a sack, and I didn't know it was Stanley, so I knew he hugged. Well, I heard later he had hugged Coach Edwards first, and then I was writing something down, getting ready for the next series, and he came to me. He was like, "Hey, Pete, I got my first sack, man." He was geeked up. I'm like, "No, Stanley, he wasn't in." I didn't know who was in because I just told Rod to get the best 11 out there, the fastest guys at that time, and I had Stanley for the first 2 years at linebacker. And when he popped his ACL right before our bowl game, it was devastating because he was a player that was, towards the end of the season, trending up for us. And you thought we was going to have a big spring the next year, and it kind of knocked him back. And then those ACLs, you never know how they're going to work out. But to his credit, man, he's really stuck with it. He bought into playing defensive line and defensive end for us. He's a very dynamic, fast, explosive player. And to see it finally come to fruition for him, for him to finally get in the game and produce, is huge. And that's huge for us going forward. You know, Michelle asked a question earlier, you know, with the D-line, the depth. That gives us another body going in and get after quarterbacks when they want to run, when they want to throw the ball. So I'm happy for him, man. He's been here 4 years. And to have his first opportunity to get a sack on national TV against a quarterback that we were struggling against to get on the ground, I'm proud of him.
And follow-up? And for you as a coach, Stanley's been around the program for a while. How rewarding is that to see the benefits of the work you've put in?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, kids and everybody hate to hear the word process, but that's what it is, right? Just sitting here and being steady and consistent each and every day, working on getting better, not bitching and complaining, you know, just kind of just going about your business. And Coach Edwards preaches that. We talk about that with the NFL model, and it kind of came to fruition for him. And I think that's – and you saw that with Ricky Pearsall. Look on the offensive side of the ball. You saw it with Cooper. Here's guys that really don't produce a lot for us or haven't played significant amount of snaps, and then all of a sudden in a game like that, they're making some of the biggest contributions.
If you're not having Kyle Soley for the first half on Friday, what will that change things for you?
Eric Gentry made a hell of a play on 4th down, next man up, you know. We rotate linebackers, no different when I coached them last year. They'll be prepared to play, and when Soley comes in, he's ready to go. He'll go back out there with the ones, and we'll be rolling. But, you know, you got Darian Butler, you got Merlin Robertson, you know, Eric Gentry, Will Schaefer, Connor Soley. Feel really comfortable with those guys.
Chaz Messman, Cronkite News. Jack Jones is a player that you've known for a long time, and now that he's a grad student, how do you think, or what do you make of his maturity, not only as a football player, but also as a man?
Yeah, I'll be ready. I'm ready for him to go. He can graduate now. He can go. It's been a long time with him. But I'm happy, man. I'm proud of him. More importantly, I'm proud that he's got his degree from everything he's been through and the school that he came from prior and what happened there. But you just watch everything that he's overcome since he was a freshman at Poly when I first met him, to what happened to transpire at his previous college, to what he's gone through here. And, you know, on Saturdays you can count on him. You know, he's a guy that goes out there and plays at a high level, brings a lot of confidence to our team. Dynamic football player. You know, you just you wish the best for him, and you hope that the season goes accordingly and he gets a great opportunity to hopefully provide for his family and himself and further his career.
Anyone else? Chris? Yeah, AP, DJ Davidson, he's been pretty outstanding. Just what does he do for you guys?
Yeah, shit. I mean, everybody talk about Darian Butler. It's A and B to me. Those are our two most valuable players up to date. You know, DJ has done an outstanding job of controlling the middle line of scrimmage, really playing A-gap to A-gap and sometimes B to B. Very quick-footed, strong, powerful man who just, you know, you just look up and he's around. He's making things happen. If I was a linebacker, I wouldn't want to play behind him. You know, when I played, I wish I've had guys like that. I played around some really good ones, but he's a special guy when it comes to stopping the run. And I think the biggest adjustment I've seen in his game is being able to now stay on 3rd downs. You know, he's played a lot of snaps, and he's not tired. He's in good shape. He's running. He's done an outstanding job for us. And you know, statistically, what everybody want to talk about, it's part of those two players. And the rest of that defense are really just kind of honing in and buying into what we talk about and doing.
Do you think he's really helped his cause for getting evaluated at the next level?
I'm going to speak highly of him. Like I said, I played linebacker in the league. I want to draft him. If I was a linebacker, give me that guy from ASU, number 98. I want him. I want him in front of me. That's what I would say.
Thank you.